I want the school to know I'm attempting to be a supportive
Dad of the year.
attempting to be a supportive parent for the funds of the school.
Supportive parent who did not buy anything from his own kids'
I did the effort. I went forth.
It's the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The tie is loosened. Here's Scott and Allie.
This is going to seem like a rerun, but it's not a rerun.
So wait a minute. Is this like when sitcoms don't have an idea for what show to do?
Oh, no.
They're like, let's show clips from the past 3 years.
Oh my God, that was Arrested Development.
Oh, that was every second. That was Family Matters. What's the one that you used to like with, in the 90s? Oh God, with
Step by Step.
No, well, that's another one that I'm sure all of them have done it. They're all like, let's just do a clip episode, and so is it like that?
No, so I'll tell you what happened with Arrested Development. Is they were on one platform, then they did not get renewed, then they went over to another platform, and there was something about like because I can't remember if it was Netflix first and then HBO, and I can't remember what the platforms were, but one of them didn't have like all the rights to all the material prior to, so then they had to like show a bunch of like random clips, piece things together. It was like their way of continuing the show, but then a lot of the actors had already gone on to other things, like Jason Bateman would do his own thing. Michael Cera was doing his own thing. So it was like them like meal piecing stuff together just to continue it on another platform. It was really stupid, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. Well, even the episodes like on Full House. There's the old show. You'd get to the Christmas time episode. They'd run out of stuff. So they'd show clips from the past 7 Christmases and, the kids,
Right.
Is it
well,
anything?
and I think that was too because the twins, I think their schedule was so busy that they're like, well, we wanted to give you the nostalgia of the twins being younger.
No, they ran out of shit to write. So they're just like, let's do an episode like this.
That too. Because then it's like, and I'm sure the twins got to a point where they're like, we're not going to do all this like super cheesy fake acting because you know how serious they got.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that they were like, yeah, we're not going to be like, oh, thanks for the teddy bear, Joey. Cut it out, No, this is, I have material.
But
well,
okay.
It's going to feel like a rerun once I tell you the thing.
Okay.
So I have Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Exhibit A is a real shitty bag of sweet and crunchy trail mix.
Yep.
And first of all, look at it if you're on if you're on the YouTubes. If you're on the YouTubes. So
the YouTubes.
Like it doesn't even have like, Martha's trail mix. No, it's just like the most haphazard bag. Exhibit B. Cranberry fitness mix.
Sounds like something you'd eat.
Okay, yes, I get it. I eat healthy. But in a couple of episodes ago, I think it's called Fun and Fundraising or something like that.
I might have Exhibit C over here. Hold on.
Okay. So in that particular episode, do you have the...
I have Exhibit C.
Yes.
It is funnel cake mix.
It looks like funnel cake mix that you would get at Ollie's. Not even Big Lots.
Yes.
Ollie's. So a few episodes ago, I said, Scott cannot figure out how to be a single parent. Like, I'm so surprised that you have been able to pay your bills and wipe your own ass for the past 52 years of your life.
But the funny part about it is up until the fundraising thing, everything's totally fine. I got it all under control. We do the gymnastics a couple nights a week.
I don't need to hear all of it.
We got schedules.
More importantly,
that's a broad stroking statement of does not know how to do it. I've got everything covered. My house is cleaner than yours, and I'm a single parent with 2 under 10-year-olds in the house.
Oh, I doubt
a puppy.
that. I doubt that.
Oh, I don't. I do not. The living room's a little disorganized because I had to move everything from Gavin's room into the living room when I was redoing his room and floors.
Well, there's a reason why I said that statement, because we can't go to a restaurant without Scott going, Ellie, will you order for me?
No, that's a Mexican restaurant.
That's only
a Mexican restaurant.
What are you going to get?
Well, yeah, because I don't know how to order at a Mexican restaurant. I don't know I don't know the language. 2, I don't know what any of the food means. You're the only one that does.
It could be any restaurant. We could go to an Asian restaurant and you go, I don't know what to get.
Oh, no, the Asian restaurant I got. Now, if we go to a barbecue place or some places, you've probably frequented these places far more than me because God knows the shitty cook you are.
Oh, yeah. And plus, I eat out with my girlfriends like all the time.
There you go. I'm asking your opinion. What do you like?
I think it's more so you're like, I don't know what to do. So back to Exhibit A and Exhibit B. These you can hear them. You know what?
They've got stuff in them.
This is the only use for them. Is like as like little maracas, like Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad. So okay. The reason why I bring up Exhibit A and Exhibit B is because...
And C.
And C has to be in there because he, a few weeks ago, Scott, the man across from me, says, I can't figure... It's not that you couldn't figure it out, but you were like, how much do you owe? I'm not sure. What did you get? And then he would like walk around the office with the fundraising paper and then be like... Jim, now what did you get, Wendy?
Well,
okay, Wendy got. I'm not done.
No, you are for a minute. You're partly done. So you're partly right.
No, you mean hardly done? Right. I got a lot more.
Hardly done. Yeah, there were 2 fundraisers at one time. So I had Gavin's going on. I had Lydia's going on. Both different companies. Okay, so that was and both different styles of fundraisers. So. There was this whole, wait a minute, how much do you owe between the two and all that? I can't deny that. There really was. There was a lot of that. What you're getting at is, I don't know who from Lydia's fundraiser ordered what because they didn't include back the original order sheet. What they included.
Yeah, this is what's messed up.
Exhibit D.
This is what's messed up.
This was what was messed up. Instead of the original order form where I saw your name and it said you ordered, the shitty cranberry health mix and,
the sweet and crunchy trail mix.
Yeah, the sweet and crunchy trail mix. Yeah. And then the random, box of funnel cake stuff.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah. It didn't tell me. It just said, this is, what's in the order. So I had to Gavin's came back with what everybody ordered. I was able to match it up.
Yes, I got my fudge, which was delicious. And I still have the dark chocolate covered marshmallows on my desk.
Ooh.
Also, oh yeah, you want one?
Ooh. No, not right now. I don't really like marshmallows, but that's okay. Good choice to order that because I won't order that. So in the defense of this, I had the struggle of, damn it. Should I have held on to the order form? But you turn it all in at once. I thought it would at least come back with the order form again.
Okay. You didn't lose it? You didn't lose the order form?
No, I just told you.
Are you sure?
See, you also don't listen.
I just
told you I turned it in with the order because you had to. They didn't return it back.
Are you sure that they didn't return it back and it just got mixed up in Gavin's book bag?
The box that this order came in, by the way, that was weird too. But the box this order came in is actually in our station kitchen waiting for the garbage people to take it down to the dumpster.
Yeah.
So here's what's weird. Gavin's fundraiser, which felt much more organized, I had to go to the school.
Obviously, because we'll get there too.
I had to go to the school to pick it up.
Yes.
And everything was there, including the order form. Lydia's, and this was so weird, Sunday, I get a delivery at the door. I'm like, I hadn't ordered anything yet.
Oh, that's weird.
So I get a delivery at the door and I open it up and it's to Lydia. And I'm like, now what is this? And I'm like, did she order something on Amazon that I didn't know about? All 4.5 of her?
That tracks though. I mean, kids are so stinking smart now.
Wow.
Of course they can.
So I open it up and I go, oh, it's fundraiser stuff. But nowhere was the actual order form so that I could say, this is what it was. The only person I was able to connect with and go, that's exactly what they ordered. Wendy ordered a banana hanger, like a metal basket thing.
Which is that is the shittiest material ever. That also looks like it came from Ollie's. I would have never ordered that. So here's what I deduce then.
By the way, thanks to everyone that supported my children.
Yeah, what did they get? Yeah, what did they get?
Oh, Lydia got a little wrist bracelet thing that you can pop the little bubbles on, like a stress bracelet.
Yes.
She might have been
because she stressed it for.
Yeah, she might have been 400 orders shy of getting something good.
Well, here's what I deduce from this.
Yeah.
Is that you better take a picture of the order form next time.
That's great advice. I will take that advice and I will say, you know what? You're right. Let's do that.
Because B, I don't like funnel cake mix. So I definitely did not get an order funnel cake. I'm sorry. I don't like funnel cakes at all. So I definitely did not order that.
No clue who did.
Right.
I asked everybody that ordered.
I think that they must have mixed up something in my order because
how would I know? I don't have the order form.
I would never order any of this.
You would. You would order. Read the cranberry one.
Cranberry fitness mix.
That is all screaming Allie.
Let's taste it. Hold on. Let's see if this is.
Watch after the disparaging comments you've made that it's absolutely freaking delicious. Probably. Shitty bag, real tasty.
It just tastes like trail mix.
Did you get the trail mix or the cranberry fitness mix?
They're both pretty much the same thing. So that's the cranberry fitness mix. It's all right. It's not great. It's a little dry. A little dry.
Whatever. I can't endorse the product. This is the first time I've been around it.
That's terrible.
Oh, okay. I cannot endorse.
And then this is the sweet and crunchy trail mix. Well, I just think it's funny
Probably
that
tastes like the cranberry fitness mix.
I spent $38 on something that I could have got at Ollie's for $2. I think this is the same trail mix.
Give it to Zach. He likes snacks.
Oh my gosh, Zach loves snacks. Okay, so this is a little bit better, a little saltier. And that is not the fitness. See, here's the difference. Fitness, a little less salt.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But yeah.
Equally horrible tasting.
Next time, I think you gotta take a picture because they messed up my order.
I think that's great advice because I expected it to come back the way that Gavin's did. And I picked up Gavin's first and then this arrived afterwards and I thought, oh, this is going to work out to be the exact same thing. The problem is now I can't go back and be like, I think something's wrong, but I can't prove something's wrong. But can we...
What are you going to say? My co-host.
Yeah, oh, that's what I would. Allie's really disappointed. She doesn't like funnel cake.
Show him the podcast and say, she demands a refund.
Yeah. Her fault.
So what I could do, this is the only thing of saving this, because first of all, I just did it so your kids could do a fundraiser and they could be a part of it. And
don't feel bad. I only did it because I wanted to look like the parent that gave a shit about the fundraising.
And did you buy anything?
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I put the effort out to get it out to people.
That makes it even worse. I need more water.
Are you choking on the trail mix?
I need more water. Oh my God. Wait, I got like 2 sips of a Diet Coke. I don't know if that's going to help. At some point, I might have to walk away. Wait, I think I have a sip of coffee. Hold on.
Do you want my water? I can pass it over to you.
No, you already put your lips on it.
Right.
No, I don't want your disgusting.
Of everything.
I don't want your disgusting lips on.
Yeah, I would have poured it in your cup. I don't backwash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do that.
All right. Give me your cup. I'll give you. Excuse me.
Bartender, please.
Here, I gave you just enough.
Thank you.
Just enough to wash down that crumb.
Oh my God.
Then in case I need some too as we go through this.
So here's what I'm going to
do. Yeah.
So you know how you always get some sort of like real shit-tastic gift exchange that you're in and you have to come up with some gift that they're never going to use?
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'll get some really cute...
Here's the funnel cake mix. You're going to need the one thing you haven't opened yet. The one thing, because that would be terrible. The one thing you haven't opened is the funnel cake mix. The other 2 things you're going to have to pour in a bowl and put it out for guests and hope they eat it.
No. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Target. And you know how they have those cute little Christmas bags that you put like candy in it and everything?
Yes.
So I'll buy a bag of Hershey Kisses that are green and red. And I'll put those in there along with this really salty
The open bag? Look how you opened it too.
No, I'll pour it in. I'll pour it into the Christmas bag because it's like those like cellophane cute bags.
Yeah.
And I'll throw it in there and then I'll put a little bow on it.
Perfect.
Exactly. So they get funnel cake mix.
Yes.
Some really dry trail mix.
Listen, I appreciate what you did for the girl. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely appreciate it. But I'd like to recap.
$38 for that, by the way. I think wasn't that what we said in the podcast a couple weeks ago?
Wasn't that the combined? I think that was the combined between Gavin and...
Oh, that cannot be because...
No, it was because here, I'll tell you exactly. Hang on. I have the non-order form receipt here. So
okay.
You needed, if you go back and listen to that podcast, and I had to go back and listen to it to try to figure out what order people had. Do you know I listened to that podcast to try to figure out who ordered what based on us arguing about money?
That was the other thing too, because he was like, here's your order. I was like, that's not my order.
Well,
he said, yeah, that's your order.
Here's why. We were trying to break a 20. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And you couldn't break a 20, and there was only change
for a 10. Was it a 20 or was it a 10? I don't know.
Well, the only thing... The only thing that came close to what you ordered was because the metal fruit stand was $38. That was not you.
No.
Okay. So
and I would never buy that.
The sweet.
Oh my gosh! Did you hear the judgment in my voice?
Yeah, I've heard
I would never buy that.
14 minutes and 38 seconds into the podcast, it's been one hell of a judgment.
It's like Judgment Day here.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm calling this podcast.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
So the cranberry mix was $12. The sweet and crunchy trail mix was $12, and the funnel cake mix was $14. So 24 plus 14 is $32.
But if I was trying to, I thought you said it was 38 total.
No, 38 total was what Wendy bought the fruit stand. The whole order altogether was $76 to confuse things.
Now I'm going to have to go back.
But that was just Lydia's order.
Okay, because I thought, because Gavin's was, not that Gavin's was super pricey, but Gavin's was every bite worth it. Because I have ate so many of those chocolate covered marshmallows. I have not shared those at all. I don't even know what I paid for Gavin's, but his was a worth it fundraiser.
So now it makes me wonder, if you were trying to break a 20 to be able to pay the Lydia part, maybe the funnel cake mix is still someone else's that we don't know who. Because if you absolutely wouldn't have ordered it, 12 and 12, 24, you might have, maybe that was the breaking of the 10 part of it.
Is it 6059's funnel mix? If it is, she cannot have it now. This is now my...
No, it's not, because I asked her and she said I didn't order from Lydia's. She only ordered from Gavin.
Because I'm sorry, but Lydia's is crap. Can we please go back to, are your eyeglasses hurting you too?
They're only for reading. So I sit here and as I'm looking at you, I'm not reading your face.
Oh, okay.
Well,
you don't need to. You can hear it in my voice.
Yeah, yes, don't believe me. I'm getting the full effect.
Well, you took your glasses off and I took my glasses off, but that's because mine's hurting my nose. Anyway, it's giving me a little bit of a headache. So let's go back to selling just the candy bars. Let's sell the long candy bars that are flavored with, they're just like the Twix and the Butterfingers. Why can't we go back to that? Doesn't Sam's Club even sell those?
They did. You get a lot of sports teams that do that, where they put the box out and, oh, and that's another thing. We're going to have to fess up on that one. I swear we've talked about this on the show.
We definitely have talked about this.
So an old coworker of ours, Jerry, who was in his mind super dad, and he had did he have 4 kids or 3?
3.
Okay, 3. Well, the way he talked, it was 4. So
19 kids and counting.
Oh my God, and he was, and admittedly, I have to be honest, Jerry is a good dad. We've known Jerry a long time. I've actually known Jerry, oh God, for 20 some years. Huge gap in between.
He is a good dad.
But he's a very good dad. But the kids are in all the sports with the fundraising. Well, he would come in. It was never a moment in our company kitchen without a box of the Hershey bars and the other things and yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. So Allie and I had a tendency in the morning to get hungry.
You're telling the story wrong.
Am I?
It wasn't Jerry. It was my first and second year here.
No, I think this happened with Jerry too.
Oh, okay. Well, we are repeat offenders.
Multiple times.
We're repeat offenders then because...
yes, we are.
Okay, well then I guess you can finish your story.
So we would walk by and Allie would go, hey, you want to split a Hershey bar? Because she can never eat a full donut and she can never eat a full candy bar.
That fudge that I got from Gavin, it was the peanut butter fudge.
Yep.
And you know how it comes in, I think it's like 3 squares across and then 3 squares down. I think there's a total of 9.
Yeah, it's about, well, if you're watching the podcast, it's about, 5 inches tall or whatever.
Yes. So I kept on with my fingers just splitting the squares in half.
Yeah.
But you want to know what? Somebody ate the other square. I don't know who.
Me.
Oh, was it?
I still had it.
No, it wasn't you because it was peanut butter.
No, I did. I gave it a shot.
Oh.
I was dying for something sweet, which is the other thing that happens to Allie and I. We must eat the most sour foods because...
Very garlic.
You and I are always after lunch going, I need something sweet.
I know.
And we're not big dessert people. Like, I never order dessert out at a restaurant. I mean, I will do ice cream with the kids once in a while, in the hot summer days.
Sure.
I'm not a dessert person. I don't even really keep... Okay, if there's cookies at home, like if there's home-baked cookies or Oreos, I don't give a shit. I'm not judgmental. I'm going to go for them, but not a lot. I mean, I'm just not an overly big sweet eating person.
No, I'm the same. And so I don't ever buy ice cream, but Zach does. And he's also the let's go on an ice cream run guy. Zach's brother eats ice cream every night.
Yeah.
And he's in such good shape.
My dad used to. My dad used to love a bowl of vanilla ice cream every night.
Maybe that's the key to losing weight, and I just missed it.
I guess.
Did I miss that page?
Belly up to a mint chocolate chip. Oh, so anyway, to finish off the candy bar thing, I think our intention always was
to pay?
To drop the $1 into the box.
I always thought, so this is at the time that I wasn't making anything, like nothing. I was making $20-some thousand a year. And I always thought, Scott will pay.
I wasn't making that much either. I had a kid and I had, other stuff that was killing me. So
you were making $23,000 a year though. Come on.
You're right. 27.
Right. So I always thought that you were going to pay. I should have known that you weren't going to pay.
Yeah. That's such BS. You knew from the beginning we were,
I think you're right. I knew from the beginning, but there was this part of me that was like,
no, you and I did it to see if we could get away with it and nobody would catch us.
No, the first time around 16, 17 years ago, almost 18 years ago, when they had the box of candy that it was supposed to be like the Office. Instead of a candy machine, it was this box.
That's right. That was the company version of Let's Try to Do It.
Yes. And at that time, I didn't know you that well. So I thought you were going to pay then. I think once it got to Jerry, it was like, whatever. I think it was more... Jerry will pay.
And the word, yes, Jerry, I know, which is not the idea of a fundraiser.
No.
The funniest part to it is, and I know that I'm being honest when I say this, if a box of candy like that, the assorted, showed up in the kitchen tomorrow, we'd be right back doing the exact same thing. We would.
Oh, I would just blame Dave Donahue, our GM, and say, oh, Dave owes you $1.
Yes.
And then he would forget, and then somebody would ask him, and he'd be like,
oh, yeah, sure. Let me get that for you.
I owe you $1. Yeah.
No problem.
I bet you his wife can just pull anything on him. You ever do this in a relationship where you tell them something you didn't tell them, but you act like you did? Like, babe, you said you were going to go with me to Jessica's house for game night. When in all reality, you don't want to go to Jessica's house for game night. Right. Oh, yes. And I know you don't.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you, you said you would go to Jessica's house for game night. And you're like, did I say that? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, so I could see that happening with our boss.
Yeah, that's exactly the way to describe him. I mean, sweet guy, don't get me wrong.
But you can pull anything over him.
He's a bit of a pushover.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe not to everybody, but, he lets us do it and his wife.
Did that feel like a rerun? A little bit.
Well, I'm kind of glad you recapped it, though, because something good that came out of it, number one, yes,
this is like Jerry's final thoughts, like Jerry Springer.
Well,
rest his soul.
Number one, you were right. Take a picture of the fundraiser page, no matter what it is afterwards.
Yeah. Number two.
Number two is I can't endorse anything that came from. I've never had it before. I wanted it to feel inclusive. Well, the kids had no idea I was doing it. I think I was doing it for the simple fact of showing, like, look. I want the school to know I'm attempting to be a supportive
Dad of the year.
Attempting to be a supportive parent for the funds of the school.
Supportive parent who did not buy anything from his own kids.
I did the effort. I went forth and found the peoples.
I wonder if Jerry, that boss that we had referenced back in the day, that boss, I wonder if he ever bought from his kids. Like, is that... You should. I don't know, but I
saw him eating candy bars a lot at his desk, so I wonder if he was doing the same crap we were doing.
Probably. Okay, what was there a number 3?
No, I think that that's the main gist of it. So I know you wanted to get on me about it, and I realize, but when it's all explained out, I'm kind of the innocent party here.
Okay, not so much, but also I only did it for Lydia.
I only did it for the kids too.
You didn't buy. I just wanted to point that out again.
But without me, there wouldn't have been a fundraiser to have anything go back for them.
You know what? Honestly, I would rather just go to the store, buy a couple Snickers bars, and give the school $20 and say, here you go. And also, doesn't my taxes pay for the school anyway? Yeah, it does.
It does. But this is
so
extra.
Now I got some shit trail mix.
You know what?
And I double dipping school.
Watch this, guys. Watch this.
I'm so upset about this.
Watch this. You know what you did?
What?
You took an underprivileged kid and got him a seat on a bus to a field trip that the kid would have had to stay behind.
You want to know what?
Oh, God.
Then I want it to be like Sarah McLachlan puppy commercials or the other one with the kids in Africa. And I want a picture of little...
You want your sponsor child.
Yes, I want a picture of little Devin. Devin on the back of the bus or the front of the... Whatever. Devin on the bus. I need to see Devin
Going
on
to
the...
pet a goat.
Yeah, yes. And then he's like, there's a picture of Devin holding the goat. Thanks, Allie.
Yeah, you need a sponsor child. That's great.
That's what I need.
That's great.
I would sponsor a child.
Oh, my God.
That I will do.
Maybe that's the fundraiser. No, that would be in bad taste. Would you like to sponsor a child for the school? That might not go over well.
Why not? No, seriously, why not?
Well, I'll tell you why not.
Because I'm going to tell you why so.
Okay, so the why not is it's no longer faceless. If Lydia only raises $76, and frankly, I can't believe she raised that much. I don't know where it all came from. I mean, we still don't know who gets what, except for the fruit basket.
And the value of this stuff is not $76 worth. And by the way, what did Jim buy?
Nothing from Lydia. He bought from Gavin.
Okay, yeah, because it sucks.
So keep in mind, it's kind of faceless when it's a fundraiser like this. And $76, it's not really a competition where it's $76 for me, but then another parent got their big family to buy $275 worth of stuff. So if you sponsor a child, the only way to do it, if they were to switch it to that, would be it is a minimum of this each year. And then, but then it's still a competition because some people are going to go, well, I'm not just going to go with the minimum of $100 a year. I want to look like I really care. And I'm going to put in $175 or whatever.
Or I'm going to sponsor 2 children.
You can't sponsor, you can't do it. It has to stay this sort of faceless,
No, it doesn't, because it's okay if I look better because I sponsor 2 kids, especially because that makes me feel good. And you don't have to say...
Feel good because you look better or feel good for feel good's sake?
And that's the thing. It does not have to be said, Allie sponsored 2 kids. I can just anonymously sponsor a kid, right? And we used to do
but
this.
You're getting their picture.
Oh, that's right. Shoot.
Well, no, you're still anonymous.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody has to know except for
you, because there's little Devin.
The person who mailed me Devin. So,
oh my God, now you're having children mailed to you in the mail.
Well, and my church used to do this. We would do where you would sponsor a kid who wanted to go whitewater rafting in Gatlinburg or whatever.
Were they in the parish?
Does that mean in the church?
Yeah, I'm sorry. In the Catholic religion, the parish is your church.
The congregation.
Were they in the church, or was it some kid in Knoxville, Tennessee that you never saw?
No. They were in the church.
Okay.
And so we would say, hey, there's 15 kids in the youth group, and if you want to buy one of their slots to go to whitewater rafting, then you can. Or you something like that. Like you can buy their hotel, or you can give money for a kid to be able to go.
Why does that feel not as icky when it's a church and you're all there under the hood of God?
I don't know why. It doesn't feel icky either way to me, because kids are still getting the advantage and they're doing something like, yes, if you're doing the church thing, you're doing an activity and you're hopefully staying out of trouble. Although that's kind of where most of the trouble happens. But
another podcast I see coming down the line.
Another podcast for another day. But when a school thing, same thing. You're learning. You're at a field trip. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. There's no problem with that.
I guess the church one didn't bother me. Now, see, in the Catholic religion, what we call that fundraising is the second and sometimes third collection basket going around. If you're Catholic, you get that joke. Oh, my gosh.
Anyway.
Well, now that you've attempted to skewer me with the fundraising yet again.
I'm not skewering you necessarily, but I am.
It started there.
But I am.
It started there.
But also.
The problem is I have a good defense and you don't like it.
Now, I don't like the phrase do better. But when it comes to this trail mix here, Exhibit A and Exhibit B, your school district,
it's not the whole district, because Gavin's in the same district and they had a different fundraiser. I think the feedback should be to the school. And if it does come to the feedback, I will say,
well, Scott Free Academy needs to do better.
Here's what I'm going to say. What's the episode number of this podcast?
104, I think.
So I'm going to say, guys, here's my suggestion. Go watch the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast 104. Allie will tell you exactly what she thinks of this fundraising company. And then
they'll never use them again.
And then you'll also hear which one was good for Gavin's school, which one was not so good for Lydia's school, and they can make their, if you want to call it educated decision after this train wreck, whatever you want to call it.
Decision. I do know your superintendent.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh.
I should tell her.
Well,
Hillary,
do you need to get
Mrs. Austin?
Do you need to get that involved, or can we just point them to this?
No, but
I mean,
see,
you're getting a little Karen here. You know that.
A little bit. But here's what
Hillary,
I'll do.
I just wanted you to know I'm calling the actual highest management level of the school, Karen.
About my trail mix.
I hate this trail mix. I want a refund.
Okay, wait. Here's another plan.
God, Karen, go at it.
So me and your superintendent, we get our hair done at the same place. Don't look at my hair right now. Don't let this be a reflection of that, because I'm
sorry, Hillary.
I need to wash my hair so bad. Anyway, and I should have put a hat on today. So what I'll do is I'll see her at the salon, and I'll be like, "Oh, would you like some trail mix?" And then when she chokes and almost dies because it's dry as
that came from
straw,
Lydia's school.
it's like eating straw. Then I'll say, "Hillary, that is your school's trail mix."
One of your schools.
One of your schools'
trail
Scott
mix.
Free Academy's trail mix.
That's right.
So
that's the one.
I think we need to really do a second sweep of what our fundraisers are going to be.
And then she's going to tell you, why don't you sit down and get that frickin' nest dealt with at the top of your head? Know your role. Shut your hole. Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you.
Somehow she made it into the podcast, and I hope she likes it.
Goodbye.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.